Hello, my name is Bryce Tubbs. With me today is Claire Jones. She is a CEO, speaker, and strategist at Liminal Clarity, where she is dedicated to supporting art businesses and small business builders. I'm so excited to be able to have this conversation. Thank you for coming on the show today, Claire.
Yes, thank you for having me. Glad to be here.
You're welcome. It's great to have you. Before we go any further, for those watching, if you're watching this from any location that is outside of our free community, I just want to personally invite you inside. It's taken a very long time to cultivate such a positive group of people. And, if you're positive and you want, to be around great people, come and join us and click the link either above or below. Now, Claire, what was life like before you got into, coaching, speaking, and being a strategist? And what was the catalyst that brought you into the space?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long journey. Basically, from age 15 onward, I've always worked with businesses that have had 50 employees or less. So I know the small business life. I know the arts organization life. I've lived, breathed, and ate it, drank it for the last 15 years. And I've seen firsthand what challenges they can run into. And I can see how they struggle, but also how they succeed both in their businesses and in their lives. And I even started my first business back in 2014. It was a general store devoted to local goods. And the information that I've built into my current business is the kind of stuff that I wish I had had back then. Back then, I was like working 60 hours a week in a white box surrounded by inventory I couldn't sell.
Oh.
It was just a really depressing place to be in. I was living by myself, eating rice and beans for dinner, living that really low budget life. And I was burnt out, exhausted. It was just crazy. And after coming out of this, I realized that there were structures that I could put in place, systems that would help streamline my time and make myself more efficient, more effective, and actually happier overall. And so I've culminated all of that experience and worthwhile lessons into this current business, Liminal Clarity, so that I can help other people navigate the pitfalls that a lot of people fall into as passionate business owners.
That's really cool. That's really unique.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me ask this question. So generally nowadays, what problem are people trying to solve when they come to work with you?
It's generally decision fatigue. When they come to me, they just have too many ideas, too many options, too many paths to consider. They're in the process of growing their business. They're in the process of scaling their business, but they're tired of trying to make all of those decisions by themselves. And so I come in and help make clarity out of chaos and help them figure out the best solutions for their unique business model. So we look at creating systems, structures, automations, delegations that will help support the business alongside with them so that they aren't doing everything themselves.
I think before the show, we were talking about your company's called Liminal Clarity. Can you talk about what the word liminal means? I think that actually relates to what you just said, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the reasons why I settled on that name is liminal means the space in between. And I've absolutely loved that word since college when I think I read it in a Victorian literature class and they were talking about the liminal dusk or the liminal dawn time of day and, beautiful poetic languaging. And I just fell in love with the concept. And so when I was working on branding this current business, the idea of this liminal space, the space in between, which can apply to the space in between business and wellness, because I'm a huge advocate for taking care of yourself in order to taking care of your business. There's a liminal space between creativity and structure. Most businesses have an aspect of creativity alongside with it. And then there's a liminal space of transitional stages for your business structure. And so how do you navigate all of those different liminal spaces within your business in a clear and concise and structured way?
Let me ask this question. So maybe right now, right? Some people most people are either in quarantine, out of quarantine, or going back into quarantine.
Yeah.
And, a lot of people are either forced to think or forced to reflect kind of on their life. For some people, it's a good thing. For some people, it's a bad thing. Maybe what's one of the best takeaways, that you've had in this time period?
That's a good one. Well, I'm very self-reliant already. I'm already a introverted homebody. So the quarantine has just kind of reinforced my belief in being able to support myself. And so that's something that I've realized, but I've also realized how much I crave human interaction, and especially when it comes to exchanging ideas in a non-formal way, because I spend most of my social interactions in business interactions nowadays. I have about 10 business Zoom calls a week where I'm just interacting with business contacts, but I also have to make sure that I schedule in time to have unstructured social time alongside with that, because that's also really important to my brain health, my mental health, my emotional health.
Yeah. You know, let me ask this question. So kind of as we look to life, in the future, maybe what's the vision look like for you for your life, or as far down the road you'd like to maybe think or talk about?
Yeah, I mean, I really want to live a life in which I can easily and peacefully support and encourage self-expression, both for myself and others. And that's a key reason of why I do what I do, because freedom of self-expression is my core value. I've lived that my entire life, and it's the big why for me. And I believe that businesses are just one form of self-expression for people. Usually they build it off of a passion of theirs that they wish to monetize in some shape or form. And I want to encourage and support as many badass dreams as possible, whether that's a business dream or an art dream or a dance dream or whatever those big dreams are. I think my vision for my life is being able to support that expression both in myself and others.
Hmm. Let me ask this question. So, do you have anything that you're working on right now, or anything that's new you'd like to share with us, or?
Well, yeah, I mean, 2020 has been the year of content for me. So far, I've created 4 out of 5 webinar courses and 2 out of 4 group programs, and I launched them pretty much every other month. So our marketing strategies webinar course launched in July, and the Sustainable Schedules group program launched in August. And those are 2 of my 3 pillars of business success. That's what I base all of my frameworks around. And that's sustainable schedules, marketing strategies, and processes and systems. And so I'm creating webinar courses as well as group programs and one-on-one programs for each of those pillars. And then next year will be the book year. So I'm actually going to write a book next year. Once I get all of this content out of my head,
Uh,
this year I'm going to organize it into a book format for next year and hopefully get that published sometime around January 2022.
oh, that could be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this question. So, where can people go to either learn more about you? Where can they go to, kind of follow what you got going on?
Yeah, totally. You can check out our website, liminalclarity.com, or visit us on Instagram and Facebook at Liminal Clarity. And that's LIMINALCLARITY.
Nice. Thanks for your time today. It was really fun to get to talk to you and just learn more about what you do.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. For those watching, we thoroughly hope that you enjoyed watching. Once again, if you are displaced socially, or maybe you don't have the best support system around you, come and join us inside of our free community. It's taken a very long time to get people who actually want to see each other succeed inside this community. So if that's you, click on the link either above or below and join us inside. Now, hopefully you enjoyed watching this as much as we've enjoyed creating it. Bonus question. So, over time, when we're trying to go and reach our visions, we have things called milestones. In the past, people would talk about, if you hit the milestone, it might be a success. If not, then it's not a success. What does the word success mean to you at this point in your life?
Success really means feeling abundant to me and feeling like I have unrestricted access to self-expression. So whether that means creating art or dyeing my hair, buying a house, or taking a sabbatical in Bali or somewhere, I really think of success as having that freedom to express yourself in the ways that you like to express yourself. So it's more of a amorphous concept for me.
Excellent.
But that means it's more accessible too.
Well, yeah, because you can do it when you want to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Depending on what it is. Thanks once again. I appreciate you, and thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. For those watching, feel free to hit the share button so other people can get some great value. Talk to you soon. Join the community. We're done recording in 3 and 2 and 1.